fee. If you've been following the news, you've probably heard a lot about tariffs lately. President Trump has implemented some of the most aggressive tariff policies in nearly a century, and they're already affecting prices on everyday items. But what exactly are tariffs? How do they work? And most importantly, what does this mean for your wallet? In this video, we're breaking down Trump's tariff policies in simple terms, explaining which products are affected, and showing you the real-world impact on consumer prices. Let's decode it. First, let's start with the basics. What is a tariff? A tariff is essentially a tax on imported goods. When a company in the United States imports products from another country, they have to pay a tariff to the US government. This makes foreign goods more expensive compared to domestic products. Here's a simple example. Let's say a US company imports steel from China that costs $100. There's a 25% tariff on that steel. The company now has to pay an additional $25 in taxes. So the total cost becomes $125. Now, here's the key question. Who actually pays for tariffs? While the tariff is technically paid by the importing company, they usually pass most or all of that cost on to consumers through higher prices. So even though tariffs are collected from businesses, you and I often end up paying for them at the checkout counter. Now that we understand what tariffs are, let's look at what President Trump has actually done. Since taking office in January 2025, Trump has dramatically increased tariffs using multiple legal authorities. The overall average effective US tariff rate rose from 2.5% to an estimated 27% from January to April 2025, the highest level in over a century. After negotiations and adjustments, the rate was 16.8% as of November 2020. Here are the main tariff categories. Section 232 Tariffs on National Security. Trump raised tariffs on steel, aluminum, and copper to 50%. He also introduced a 25% tariff on imported cars from most countries and tariffs on semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, and lumber. These are justified under national security grounds. Reciprocal tariffs. In April 2025, Trump imposed what he called reciprocal tariffs on imports from countries around the world. The universal 10% tariff took effect on April 5th, with additional country-specific tariffs ranging from 10 to 41% implemented in August. China tariffs. The US-China trade relationship has been especially volatile. In April 2025, tariffs between the US and China escalated dramatically to 125%, before both countries agreed to reduce them. As of November 2025, the United States and China reached an agreement to extend tariff reductions for 1 year, through November 10, 2026, bringing rates down to 10%. So which products are we talking about? The tariffs affect a wide range of goods. Automobiles and auto parts, 25% tariff on cars from most countries, with some exemptions negotiated. Metals, 50% tariffs on steel, aluminum, and copper imports. Electronics and semiconductors, tariffs on computer chips and electronic components. Pharmaceuticals, 100% tariff on some pharmaceutical imports, though some countries have negotiated exemptions. Lumber and wood products, 25% tariff on furniture, cabinets, and timber products. Consumer goods, even small package imports lost their de minimis exemption in August 2025, meaning shipments that were previously duty-free now face tariffs. Basically, if you buy anything that's imported, which is a lot of what we purchase, there's a good chance it's affected by these tariffs. Now for the big question, how much is this costing you? According to analysis from the Tax Foundation, Trump's tariffs amount to an average tax increase per U.S. household of $1,000 in 2025 and $1,300 in 2026. Another analysis from the Tax Policy Center estimates that tariffs announced through December 2025 will impose an average burden of about $2,100 per household in 2026. To put this in perspective, these tariffs represent the largest U.S. tax increase as a percent of GDP since 1993. But here's what's interesting. Price increases so far have been fairly moderate. Why? Many businesses have been absorbing some of the costs rather than passing them all to consumers immediately. They're also waiting to see what happens with ongoing legal challenges to the tariffs. However, surveys indicate that businesses are planning to pass more costs to consumers in the future. You might be wondering, if tariffs raise prices, why implement them? The Trump administration argues that tariffs serve several purposes. Promoting domestic manufacturing. By making imported goods more expensive, tariffs are supposed to encourage companies to manufacture products in the United States, creating American jobs. National security. Some tariffs, especially on steel, aluminum, and semiconductors, are justified as protecting industries critical to national defense. Negotiating leverage. Trump has used tariff threats to negotiate trade deals with other countries. Several nations have reached agreements that reduce their tariff rates in exchange for lower U.S. tariffs. Reducing trade deficits. The administration views trade deficits as harmful and believes tariffs can help balance trade. Revenue generation. U.S. tariff revenue was $287 billion in 2025, a 192% increase from 2024. Trump has claimed this revenue could fund various government programs. However, many economists are skeptical of these claims. Most economists argue that tariffs are simply taxes that raise prices and reduce economic efficiency. They point out that while tariffs might protect some domestic jobs in certain industries, they increase costs for all other businesses and consumers. There's also significant legal uncertainty. Multiple federal courts have ruled that Trump exceeded his authority under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act by imposing tariffs. The Supreme Court heard arguments in November 2025, and a decision is expected in 2026. If the court rules against the administration, many of these tariffs could be invalidated. Additionally, other countries have imposed retaliatory tariffs on American exports, which hurts U.S. farmers, manufacturers, and exporters. So what's the bottom line for everyday Americans? In the short term, expect some price increases on imported goods, everything from cars and electronics to furniture and certain foods. The extent of the increases will depend on how much businesses decide to absorb versus pass along. If you're planning major purchases of imported goods, you might see higher prices compared to a year or two ago. However, some products have seen minimal price increases so far because businesses are waiting. For more certainty about the tariff situation, the long-term effects depend heavily on court decisions, negotiations with other countries, and whether domestic manufacturing actually increases enough to offset the higher import costs. One thing is certain, tariffs will continue to be a major economic and political issue throughout 2026. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Economics Decoded for more economics and finance topics broken down simply. What economic topic should we cover next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.